Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today is the last day of the Love Notion sale. So if you guys have been shopping or if you were kind of waiting until the end of the week to make your selections, I totally get it. So I'm going to be today talking about my 9 Love Notions patterns that I'm literally currently wearing in my fall wardrobe, wearing 2 of them actually right now. Just to kind of give you an idea of how great and versatile that these patterns can be. Obviously I've made multiples of quite a few of these, but I just kind of wanted to give you a little inspiration if you were wondering how some of these can translate into the cooler weather, or if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, maybe some of these just with fabric tweaks can also work for your springtime. So I'm just gonna real quickly, well not real quickly, nothing I do is real quick, but go through the 9 Love Notions patterns that I am currently wearing this fall. As a reminder, everything on the site is 40% off. It's already marked, you don't need a code, but if you use the code TOMCAT10, you can get an additional 10% off your order, and each thing that you order puts another name in the hat for the serger and or the dollar equivalent at Love Notions, depending on where you are in the world. Okay, let's get started. All right, so, and I think that these are all in alphabetical order, to be honest, because I was pulling them from the closet. Yeah, I think they are. So we're not going in any order other than alphabetical because that's how I pulled them off the site. All right, so the first Love Notions pattern that I am currently wearing in my closet is my Aria button, well, she calls it the Aria button down. Technically it's a button up shirt, but we get to that. It's my Aria button, I'll have to call it button down dress that I have made. And it's a little bit of a hack. I basically, you guys have seen this already. A lot of these you've seen already, but not all of them. But the Aria button down that I have turned into a midi length dress. So I made the dress length that, comes with the pattern. I make a size medium with a full bust on all of these, except for the Glissons, and we'll talk about that in a second. So I made the Aria, and then I just added I gathered a rectangle of fabric onto the bottom of it to give me my midi length dress, and I love it. The rayon that I used for this is just amazing. It feels very expensive and designer to me. I get compliments every time I wear it. It's great for those of us that don't either have a very high waistline or no waistline, as it kind of skims over everything. And the rayon just really drapes beautifully over all of the curves. So love this. And this was also one of my patterns I picked for the hacking because it is so hackable, and I'm gonna have a shacket at some point. I just don't have one made up yet. So love the Aria. Second on my list is the Arlington Turtleneck. So I have made the Arlington. You guys have not seen these yet. This is the first. I'll be talking more about these in like my fall, you know, lookbook type video. But I was gonna make I needed 2 turtlenecks into my wardrobe. I have made the Arlington as a cropped sweater with like the fun bishop sleeve and the, you know, the turtleneck, just because it was different. And I've also made the dress with the turtleneck. And with the straight, no, bishop sleeve. I put bishop sleeves on that too, as well, because they're fun. But then it dawned on me, I have for quite a while been using the Itch to Stitch Hepburn as my go-to turtleneck pattern, and someone asked me why I preferred that one over the Arlington, and it dawned on me that I had never made the Arlington as just a plain turtleneck. I guess that wasn't exciting enough for me. So I decided to make a couple so I can compare them with my Hepburns and decide which one I like better. So anyway, we'll talk more about that again in the fall video, but I am putting 2 Arlingtons in this Pointel jersey, cotton jersey from Minerva into my wardrobe in this beautiful cream, as well as this brick color. So, which is kind of like it's orange. Kind of. A brickish orange. Terracotta, kind of? I don't know. All right. The third pattern that I am wearing this fall is the Metro Blazer. Folks, if you don't have I probably said this on Wednesday, but if you don't currently have the Metro Blazer in your catalog of patterns, you need it. I cannot believe how much wear. So I made this for the first time back in the spring, and my ivory one is the first one I made back in the spring. I wear that thing to death. Like it goes with my aesthetic so perfectly. So I've never made the wider neckline option. I just prefer the shawl collar because it looks more blazer to me. And I made that, and it just feels like it's a cardigan, but it feels way more elevated and more classic, more of my classic aesthetic than just, I mean, cardigans are in my aesthetic as well, but it just feels more tailored and polished. It just elevates everything I put on. So I was very excited when I made this one in the red, and I think this is my signature color. It's a fun pop, and it's, I mean, it's just, I can wear a monochromatic look and then just have a pop, or throw this on over any of my dresses and then there's just that pop. And then I've made my plaid one. And I was debating on sewing a plaid Jessica. I decided against that. I'm gonna be making the solid Jessica, but this fills the plaid jacket in my hole that I wanted. You know, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with the blazer. This is perfect. I've had this plaid ponte in my stash, well, I guess just since last year. I was gonna make pants out of it, but I'm so glad I didn't because it's perfect as a metra. Got such a, it's my favorite, probably my most worn pattern right now, because I throw these things on over everything, and it can even take a t-shirt and jeans and just really elevates it. I love them. All right, next up are the Glissondos. I also love these. So I've done a little bit of hack to these. I don't sew them as written, just because I have a wildly fluctuating waistline, and sometimes waisted pants can dig into me and not be as comfortable. So I sew a size, I'm everything on here. I am a medium or a medium with a full bust, depending on if it's a dress or top or pants. The Glissondos come in the numerical sizing, and I made a size 12 with a 16 waist. So I omit the back darts and then put elastic into the back of the pants so that the front still looks normal. And I have a video on how I do that, and I will pop that right up there if you're interested in that yourself. But yes, these are just fun and a staple and in my color palette, and I'm so excited to wear them. Again, I'll talk more about those at my fall lookbook, so stay tuned for more details and stuff on those. Okay, 5 are the Resolution joggers. Folks, I've always thought, because my lower half is my thinner half, that skinnier pants, leggings, that sort of thing would be better on my body because it was my thinner part of my body, so I should show that off, when in fact that can make me look quite top heavy. It was an eye-opening experience when I made myself a pair. I made it's the Resolution bottoms. It does have legging versions, a few different versions actually that are there with the Resolutions, but the jogger version it was very eye-opening because it added a little more volume at my bottom half and all of a sudden put my whole figure into proportion correctly. My sister had a pair of Lululemon ones that she had worn when we were in Colorado, loved them, which is why I decided to make these, wear them a ton. I've not yet made my second pair, but I have plans to make a second pair in kind of a camel color later this fall, but yeah, the navy ones are just so good. They're so good. It's a really great pattern, and just more for athleisure. I mean, I walk in them and do my workout stuff in them, but they're great for athleisure. All right, number 6 is the Harmony blouse, and I've got one on. This is it's like a white t-shirt, but it's in silk crepe de chine, excuse me. That's the top. Great for layering, perfect for the fall. And I've also made this as a dress that I've been, a dress hack. I've been wearing that a surprising amount of times. Love the fabric on it. It's just very comfortable. I love it under my Metro blazer, my white Metro blazer. So good. I actually haven't tried the plaid over it yet. I think that might work too. Be some fun like print clashing. I need to do that. But yeah, the Harmony is it is a real good one in my wardrobe as well. All right, number 7 is the Olympia dress. This is one, I made a sleeveless one, so it's like a pinafore dress to wear over my turtlenecks, and I'm very excited about that. It works well with my Hepburn, my olive green Hepburn as well, just because the colors are all muted, but this is my comfort dress. I've made a couple of comfort dresses just to be comfortable when I'm traveling back and forth to Missouri, or you know, working down in my parents' basement, or even down in my own basement, just depending on where I am, but it feels like a hug and a dress, and it's very snuggly lovely, and I love the colors, and I love the neckline, and it's, yes, gonna be worn a ton. All right, number 8 is the Teza Sheath dress. This is my little black dress, but it's actually blue, my little blue dress. I made this out of the classic Ponte that is available at StyleMaker. I got it from StyleMaker. I don't think this color is available anymore, but there is a navy version that's there. And I think a sapphire, which is that right? No, I can't remember. Which might be closer to the color that this one is. I just think that this color was discontinued from the distributor where they get this. But this dress can be so easily dressed up or down. It is such a go-to. I can throw a cardigan over it. I can throw a Metro blazer over it. Any of the 3, depending on the look I want. If I'm color blocking, wear the red one. If I want something a little brighter, you know, the white one. And then I think that the plaid one looks great too, because I love that rusty, ochre camel color with that blue. I think it's really beautiful. So yeah, so that works. Cardigan, just wearing as is, dress it up with jewelry. It can go for I mean, not that I have any cocktail parties that I'm invited to, but a wedding, it would be great. I'm not invited to any of those, you know, in the upcoming quite yet, but yeah. Anyway, it's a great one to have. And it is my little blue dress. And then finally, I have the Sabrina Slims on here. The Sabrina Slims also come numerical. I make the size 12. I do have to grade out at the calf because the calf's a little too fitted for my leg, and I get a lot of the, even still, I just have very pronounced curvy calves. So pants get, you know, thinner leg pants get stuck on them. But I made these last year for my winter capsule, and I wore them and felt, I mean, my sister even commented, she's like, oh my gosh, you look like a, you know, J. Crew, because they're just a cropped, straight-legged plaid pant. And the navy black is very tonal, so it's almost hard to see the plaid that's there. But it's, in fact, the picture I think is kind of dark that you're looking at, but, but it is so good, and I love it with that camel Harper cardigan. I think that's a really good look. I think it looks good with a button up on top of it. They're just really great pants and really comfortable to wear. In fact, I made my mom a pair of Sabrina Slims as well in a gray and black plaid that are very tonal because she liked mine. So for her, for this fall, as she's going through her surgeries and all that kind of stuff. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 9 Love Notions patterns that are currently in my fall capsule closet and that I have on rotation and am wearing. So, and a lot of these will go right on into the winter as well. So I highly recommend these. Clearly I'm wearing them right now, and they're great ones to grab in the sale while the sale is still going on, and it does end today. So if they have a few extra things you need to grab, head on over there. Again, you can use Tomcat10 for an additional 10% off the sale price. That's all I got today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. We're gonna settle back down into our normally, regularly scheduled videos. So back to 3 a week, but I'll be back on Sunday. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you get some sewing in, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.